Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning from September 30th to October 6th, and I'm using this Caress Press kit called House of Horrors. Now, originally, this was not what I had in mind for this week. I thought I was going to use this kit for the week of Halloween, but I'm happy with how everything ended up working out. I pretty much have, no, I do. I do have all of my October and Halloween week kit picked out. But originally I was going to use this like freak show artwork. I'm sure you've seen it. And I was positive that I had purchased a printable, but I couldn't find it. I eventually found it, but at that point, like I had already done this spread. And that's fine because it was one less thing I had to print and cut that could potentially go wrong. So that was kind of nice. But anyway, point being, I thought I was going to use this for the week of Halloween. But since I couldn't find that freak show artwork that I had purchased, I decided to move this to this week because it actually works really well. I wanted something spooky, obviously, for the first week of October, but also I finally had a girls' night with my roommate and our friend. We had been talking about it for months, but I've been very busy, my friend's been very busy, and it just hasn't really worked out. But finally, this Friday, we all got together and we decided to go to this place called Uptown Beer Garden in Center City. And every Halloween, they completely decorate the place. It's insane. And it's huge. I never knew how big it was because I've never gone inside. I've just walked by it every year and really wanted to go in because it looks so cool. It's insane inside. It's decorated so well. There's even a little Scooby-Doo section with this huge mystery machine that you can, stand next to. It's basically like a 6-foot tall little van. It's very cool. And they have themed drinks and yada, yada, whatever. So point is, I feel like this artwork works pretty well for that because I was able to use that cocktail box on Friday, which is when we went to the Halloween themed bar. I will say I will not be buying cocktails for a very long time. I only bought one specialty drink because we were being festive and they had a special Halloween menu. So expensive. And then on top of that, there's 10% liquor tax in Philly. And then there's a convenience fee, and then there's the tip on top of it. So already your drink starts off at $18. By the end of it, it's $25. It's disgusting. So I got one of those, and then I got one stateside, which was also overpriced, of course. I know that's how they make their money. There's no cover, but still, it's ooh, I could have had a nice ass meal for that money, just for 2 drinks. And drinking's terrible for you. So anyway. But you know what? It was worth it. It was for the experience, and we're never going back, just wanted to do it once, and we had a really good time. So anyway, long story short, this kit works very well for this week, and this is, if you saw my plan with me from last week, that kit and this kit are hands down. There might be one other Caress Press kit. Caress Press just does, her exclusive art is just so good. And I love her color schemes. And that's the thing, I don't know how it's coming off on camera, probably not as good as it is in person, but these colors are so saturated and rich. I just really like looking at this spread. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. This artwork is insane. I love it. But anyway, not much happened this week. I feel like this is going to be a short one. I don't have a lot to say. I did finally watch Deadpool and Wolverine on Sunday, and I'm happy to report that I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I was going to say what my favorite part was, but I guess I shouldn't because it's still relatively new, and I don't want to give spoilers. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. So anyway, I really, really enjoyed it, and we were originally going to go see it in theaters, and then the whole Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds drama that was going on the internet really just sort of turned me off. I didn't want to go see either one of their movies, and I know that's silly because I love Deadpool and I love Hugh Jackman. But I don't know. I was just screw it. Let's just wait until we can just watch it at home. So that's what we did, and I loved it. It was amazing. So I don't know if Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are problematic or not. I don't care because I enjoyed myself, and that's all that matters. Yeah, nothing else, right? Not really. Yeah, not much else happened. I did help Joe with his car on Monday on one condition. I told him I would come help him after work, but he had to drive me home because I refused to look for parking, and I'm so glad he did because he drove me home at like 11 o'clock at night, and my area is just like going crazy. It's hustling and bustling on a Monday night. We were even like stuck in traffic when he was trying to turn onto my block because there were so many cars everywhere and everybody was double parked, and he was like, Jesus Christ, this is bad. And I was like, yeah, this is why I don't come to your place on weekdays anymore. It was different when I was remote 4 days a week. That like worked out way better for my life. But yeah, anyway, so I didn't have a car Monday through Friday, but I didn't need one because I walked to work. So it was fine. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's it. So yeah, let's just quickly get into the day by day. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I guess we'll see. So starting with Monday, the first thing I marked with this Confused Munchkin and this Sticky Perks key sticker was I couldn't find Joe's keys. Okay, little story. On Sunday, he had left some stuff in my car that he was supposed to take out of the car before, like, he went to sleep Sunday night, so I wouldn't have to deal with it in the morning because I wake up early on Mondays. I hate waking up early. It's like a whole thing. I have to drive home and try to get a parking spot. So I opened my back seat and I was like, fuck, I got to bring this stuff inside because cars get broken into a lot. I can't leave his stuff in my car. So I go back up his stoop to leave it in his apartment, and I don't have his keys. I have no idea where they went. I don't think I lost them, but I guess I did. Like, I kind of thought that maybe he lost them, but he doesn't think he did. So who's to say? Point is, I no longer have keys to his place, which is really annoying. And he does not wake up early. So I was like, ringing the doorbell, banging on the wall, yelling in his window because his window was open to his bedroom, like trying to get him to come, calling him. He finally came, and I was just not a great start to my morning. Eventually I have to get more keys made because I refuse to use his lockbox. I hate using a lockbox. But anyway, after that, I went home to work remote, and I used an icon from the kit to mark that. With this Carly Plans ghost face, I marked calling the DMV, and if you saw my previous plan with me, then you will already know that they said no. My friend cannot write a damn letter herself. She needs an official notarized document from the bank, which we all knew was going to happen, right? Right. Then with this Planning Roses laundry basket, I marked doing laundry. With this post office sticker from Prairie Planner, I marked going to the post office to return those dresses that I didn't like. Then this is just an old deco from some kit, this cell phone, and I used it to mark finally inputting a bunch of receipts that I had into Fetch Rewards. I honestly, Fetch Rewards isn't that great, but I guess it adds up eventually, and it's not like you're spending any money. I did just cash in a $10 Walmart gift card, so there's that. I guess it'll pay for like half a bag of cat food. It's not that much money. Anyway, then with this Planning Roses hanger, I marked trying on a different dress, the dress that I ended up wearing to the wedding. And may I say, shout out to Alex from Canada Girl Plans because I fucking hate Amazon clothing. I think it's the worst quality in the entire fucking world. Every single thing I've ever gotten off Amazon that's clothing is ill-fitting, rips in a day, just like awful. The fabric is made out of paper, like it's nasty. But I was just so over dress shopping, and I really didn't want to spend money on a dress. She convinced me to look on Amazon one last time, and I'm glad I did because I ended up with a cheap ass dress that I didn't have to hem because I needed a long dress for this wedding. And for whatever reason, this dress fit me almost perfectly. So anyway, that's that. Then with this running munchkin, I marked 10,000 steps on the treadmill. And then the last thing with, I think this is a rotor or a wheel bearing. I don't know. I used this Prairie Planner sticker to mark helping Joe with his car. Moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked was that it was the first day of October. I just wanted to mark that because it's the best time of the year. Although my month has been a little crazy. But anyway, I used a Prairie Planner Halloween sticker from a variety sheet to mark that. Very cute. With this Fox and Cactus Girl crying, I marked that it was an office day. With this walking munchkin, I marked that I walked 10,000 steps. Then, what is this, a kettlebell? Is that what this is called? please let me know. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, with this icon from the kit, I marked doing a full body workout. Then with this pumpkin paper Coterra, this like Halloween themed one, I marked that my roommate and I finally finished Chimp Crazy, and we were both very underwhelmed by the last episode. It was like such a downer. I'm not going to spoil it. Obviously, some of the stuff in the end is good, but I don't know. Like the third episode just had us so hyped for the finale, and then we watched it and we were just like bummed. Then with this camera, it's like from G Studios or something random like that. This is like an Etsy shop from, I ordered these like 10 plus years ago. I don't even know. So I don't know where they're from, but with this camera, I marked planning. And then the final thing for Tuesday with this Munchkin reading a book, I marked that I read. Moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked with this rabbit hole handcraft sticker was that I slept through all of my alarms, which I rarely do now, but I have done many times in the past, so that was annoying. With this Carly Plant sticker, I will say these cat stickers are hands down my favorite, like holiday themed stickers I've gotten in a very long time. I love them. They're so cute, especially the little butt that sticks out in the air. You'll see on Thursday. But anyway, I marked doing the litter before going to the office. With this paper shredder from Carly Plans, I marked going to the office or being in office. Then with this fox and cactus sticker, I marked that the day was just dragging, and I ended up deciding to leave 10 minutes early, which was fine. I just couldn't make it till 5. I was so done. I'd rather just like make up the time another day. I just needed to leave this day. Then with this Chipotle sticker from Sticky Perks, I marked getting Chipotle. If you remember, I got Chipotle delivered once. Again, mistake. And it was incorrect. So they gave me a coupon for a free meal, so I used that this day, and it was almost perfect. They still always give me extra rice and light beans instead of extra beans and light rice. They all do that, and it drives me insane because then there's not enough like sour cream and hot sauce and stuff because the rice soaks it up, you know what I mean? But anyway, I was able to make it work, and it's sad that this is what Chipotle has come to for me because, again, I've said this before, I used to get it at least once a week, sometimes twice. I loved it so much. I have not had Chipotle, like my order correct, in, I think, 2 years or a year and a half, something crazy like that. And then before that, it was like a year between them getting my order right. I barely ever go now because it's just so expensive and just constantly a letdown. Anyway, under that, with this Fox and Cactus sneaker, I marked walking 12,000 steps. With this, I never remember if this is the Coffee Monsters Co. or Once More with Love, but either way, with this sticker, I marked finishing my reread or re-listen of The Housemaid. So good, so delicious. This is the first time I've ever listened to an audiobook over again in my life, and I enjoyed every second of it. Then with this Fox and Cactus printer, I marked printing and cutting a kit, and then the final thing for Wednesday with another ghost face, I marked that Joe called. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked with another cat sticker was that I did the litter. With this working munchkin, I marked that it was another office day. With an editing emoji, I marked that I edited at work. Ooh, sneaky. With this hangry munchkin, I marked that my lunch was inedible. Long story short, the little container that my dressing goes in was leaking. It's just plastic. It doesn't have like a gasket around it, like a rubber gasket. And I think I tightened it too tight, and the plastic kind of cracked. Point being, it was dripping everywhere, so this day I decided to pre-dress my salad and just bring it to work that way. Huge fucking mistake. It basically pickled all of the vegetables. It was so nasty. It all just tasted like straight up vinegar. It was awful. So I took like 3 bites and threw it away. Then after that, I marked accidentally throwing away my toothbrush because even though I didn't eat much for lunch, if anything, I still had to brush my teeth. So, and I don't like putting a wet toothbrush away, so I always dry it off with paper towels, and I accidentally threw the toothbrush away instead of the paper towels, and I was bummed because I liked that toothbrush. And I have more, but not that one. I really liked that one. Anyway, after that, I marked doing a chest workout with this squish from Fox and Cactus. With another camera, I marked planning. And then the final thing for Thursday with this Stick with the Plan Co sticker from a Halloween variety sheet. was that I watched the movie Headless and A Little Story. So this horror movie, it's terrible. It's terrible. Don't watch it. It's awful. Like, so bad. But anyway, in another horror movie that I'm forgetting the name of, they show a snippet of this horror movie, and then they decided to make an entire horror movie about it. Kind of like what they did with Terrifier. You know how Art the Clown was originally in like All Hallows Eve and another movie, I think, before he was in Terrifier? They kind of did that with this movie, but it was hands down the worst movie I've ever seen. I'm not going to go into what it's about because it's grotesque, but it was just bad. It was just bad. But anyway, I ended up having a nightmare, which is weird because I have seen every fucked up movie under the sun. I've never had a nightmare like this, but and I know other people's dreams are boring, but just listen. So in my dream, I hear Janet making this weird choking noise, and she's behind a bunch of bags. She really likes bags, so I'm assuming that's why she was behind a bunch of bags in my dream. Anyway, I walk up to her to see what's wrong, and I move the bags away, and her face has been sliced off. So not her head, but like from her ears, in front of her ears, all that sliced off, and it's just like gushing blood, and this choking noise is coming out of her sliced head. I jolted awake. Oh my God, that's like the worst dream I've ever had in my life, and I have been thinking about it like every other day since. My nightmare. Oh my God, awful. If anything ever happens to that cat, I don't know what I'll do. I mean, I'll get a kitten eventually because, you know, there will be a hole in my heart. Either that or I'm going to jump off a bridge, one or the other. Anyway, that was terrible. Okay, moving on to Friday. The first thing I marked with a fox and cactus cat was that I worked remote with this Winifred sticker from Pumpkin Paper Co. I miss Pumpkin Paper Co. so much, my God. Anyway, I marked that I deep cleaned the cat area, the water and all that shit, and then I also cleaned the kitchen. With this Sticky Brooks book, I marked that I read. With this Carly Plans hair sticker, I marked getting ready for girls' night. With a fox and cactus sneaker, I marked that my roommate and I walked to the beer garden to meet our friend. Then with this Stick with the Plan Co. Like party sticker, I marked that we went to the beer garden. Then with an icon from the kit, I marked that I ended up having dinner at midnight because I didn't eat dinner before we went. Silly, but whatever. And then the final thing for Friday with another cat was that I went to bed at like 2 a.m. Do you hear that? That's annoying. Moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked with a wake up early emoji was that I was up at 8:30, and by up, I mean out of bed. I was like up since 8, and I got out of bed at 8:30, and my roommate was also awake. She got up at like 7, so we decided to make these pastries that we got from Trader Joe's. They were the like pumpkin cheesecake croissant pastry things. They were good. Will I rebuy? No. They were not a repurchase for me. Good, but I tried them. I'm done. But anyway, with this pumpkin I've had left over forever, I think it's from a Scribble Prints Co., like old freebie or something. I'm not totally sure. And then a Design Ski Sticker Co. Red Bull sticker. I marked that we had Red Bull and pastries together. Then we decided to go to South Philly to run a bunch of errands that we both had to do. And obviously she drove because I didn't have my car. But anyway, I used an Olive Studio sticker to mark running errands. With an icon from the kit, I marked that Joe picked me up when we got back. Then with this Pumpkin Paper Co. Tara eating a slice of pizza, I marked that we tried a new pizza place. It was good. Like, I sort of enjoyed eating it, but I will never get it again because this is one of those pizza places that just like automatically puts oregano on everything. And like one of my favorite pizza places does that, but I was able to like opt out of it, you know, like, you know, just say like, don't douse the pizza in oregano when it comes out of the oven. But this place, I think they put it in like the cheese mix and or the sauce, probably both. I don't know. It was very oregano-y. I hate oregano. I'm sure it's in like shit that I like, but you know what I mean? Like I just, when they just like season shit with it and just add it on top, ugh, disgusting, ruins a pizza for me. So I didn't love that. And then also, I think that they overcharged us because Joe asked the guy for a receipt and he just printed out a piece of paper that said like, I don't know what we paid, like 35. Let's just say it said 35 even, and it didn't have the items on the receipt. And we got a pizza and an order of fries. And Joe was looking at the menu, and he was like, even if their prices were a little higher, they still way overcharged us. Like, if this is correct, the French fries are the most expensive fries we've ever gotten in our lives. So anyway, we will not be going there, but it was fun to try a new place. I don't know. Then with this Stick with the Plant Go sticker, I marked that we had a challenge marathon. We watched the new episode, and then we are also working our way through all 40 seasons of Real World, Road Rules, Challenge, The Challenge, whatever. So we just watched a bunch of that. Then moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked was that I had the Sunday scaries. I was just very anxious this day. I don't know, but it started early for me, unfortunately. With this Carly Plan sticker, I marked that we just watched more of the challenge because there was nothing else to do, or nothing else that we wanted to do. Then with this emoji walking through the forest, I marked that I walked 10,000 steps. With these are two separate stickers, the mascara and the lipstick, but they're both from a sheet from the Prairie Planner. I marked going to Sephora. I had to get concealer and a new lip liner. Then with this Amazon sticker, which is kind of funny because I just went to Staples to return one tiny thing. If you care, it was like a hair growth serum from the brand Minimalist. I heard good things about it, but I didn't try it. I didn't even open it because the directions say that you put it on at night and then you wash your hair in the morning, every morning. And I do not wash my hair in the morning during the week. Absolutely not. Like every once in a while, I'll do it on a Saturday or Sunday, but even that is rare. I shower at night. I am a night owl. I cannot wake up early. So I just knew this product was not for me. So anyway, that's what I returned. And I love this sticker. I thought it matched perfectly. Then with this soccer ball from Scribble Prints Co., I marked that I then walked to Joe's soccer game, and I totally forgot to mark this, but it wasn't a big deal, but I just feel like mentioning it because I'm just so sick of rude people. But basically Joe had ridden his bike to the game, so when we walked back to his apartment, he was walking with his bike and I was walking next to him, and I saw this woman walking towards us, and I don't like when people take up the entire sidewalk, so I moved onto the grass so that she could have the sidewalk. And as she's passing me, she goes, "Stupid bitch." And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I moved out of your way. Why am I a stupid bitch? Like, I don't understand. Maybe she was talking on the phone on a little tiny Bluetooth, but don't think she was. I don't think she was. I think she said it to me. I don't know. You can't win with these people. Angry, rude people. Like, I'm angry. I am not rude. I don't get it. You cannot use your anger as an excuse to treat people like shit. Otherwise, I would be shitting on everybody's day. Anyway, that was just weird. Then with this emoji eating snacks, I marked that we ate junk food instead of dinner just because we had lunch really, really late, so it just didn't make sense to eat dinner. And then the final thing was that we watched Deadpool and Wolverine. So yeah, that's everything for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.